I'm going to show you how to make this face covering, which you can wear glasses with without having them steam up. Take a look in the video description below and you should see a couple of links for downloadable pattern. Go ahead and get that and then we can get started. If for some reason you can't print out the pattern, just pause the video here and I'll show you my drawing. Using the pattern, cut out whatever fabric you want to use. I'm using 100% cotton for the outer and polycotton fabric for the inner. Next, I'm going to transfer the top and bottom sew lines to the fabric. Now I'm going to clip both fabrics with the right sides together and I'll sew along both these sewn lines. There's no need to back stitch these, the ends will be covered with the tire casings. Now I'll trim down the seam allowance here and I'll keep it quite close to this rounded part at the top. Now press the seams open before I turn it round, the right way round. It just gives a much easier and nicer finish. After turning it the right way round, mark the position for the pleat folds, just using a pen so as I can clip the folds together and make sure everything is lined up before ironing the pleats. I know this is a little hard to see, but all I'm trying to do is line up the little dots that I made from the template as carefully as I can. So here we go, just try and get them two sides as even as possible and then go ahead and press it flat. Before making up the casing, I just want to tack the pleats into place a 1/4 inch from the edge. I'm using a heavier needle now because of all the layers, and you just need to catch the pleats, you don't need to sew the whole thing. Here I'm just putting the mask part face down on top of the casing fabric, right sides together, and I just want to bring this top edge here to just in line with this seam here without rolling this top edge, just to stay flat. and that should do it. Once that's in place, bring the bottom part up and overlap. When attaching the casing, backstitch the top and bottom and sew in about 3/8 from the edge. The way that I'm attaching the casing is what makes this covering mask different, and I'll explain the reason for that at the end of the video. So here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to fold the top edge down here in line with the edge of the mask inside, but while I'm sewing it, what I want to also do is take this bottom part here, just move it up ever so slightly, about maybe 1/8 of an inch at the end here, and when I hold that in place and stitch it, that should be gripped. Then it's going to be stitched from here, back stitched, down to here and back stitched. Right, okay, so now I'm going to tuck in the edge and fold over the casing to just beyond this line here, about maybe 1/8 of an inch over. There we go, and take that and get it sewed right down that edge, back stitching at the top and the bottom. Now I've just went ahead and put in a slightly smaller needle, and I'm going to top stitch right along here and here, just to make this seam a lot stronger. And there we go. So the elastic can now be put in from the top of the mask. This elastic I'm using, it's 3mm round, and for me the ideal length is 7 inches, but if I'm giving this mask away to people, I make it 8 inches. And this is how this design works. Normally the ear loop is at the top of the mask, and that makes the top edge tight, pulling the edge away from your nose in here if it's tightened up. Because the ear loop in this mask is attached lower down because of the way we built this. What happens is the top becomes a bit loose, and this allows your own glasses to pinch this loose part and help to give a good seal, and that's what helps to stop the glasses fogging up. That's it. Thanks for watching and stay safe.